Bit of a misplay on high ground. It's back and forth, but Crackly manages to win it out here, but the focus from down low, those shots, they're going to continuously come through. It doesn't matter though. This time he's going to be fully reinforced up top. Could be watching our early instances of a win to come, but here's where those shadow floppers come in, right? He already ate them. They're going up.
This is it. Like, we were wondering, where is Peterbot, Bucky, and Macwood gone? Are they on height at 5th zone, but 6th zone, they're nowhere to be found? And all they need to do is look much further up. We don't see this very often in trios, but right now they've come down, landed straight up onto high ground. But Crackly is build fine for it. Macwood still has the materials left because they didn't need to build to that first moving zone. He's going up. His creative mechanics have managed to take him all the way up to the top, but the harpoon is coming through and probably going to knock him out as he's straightly into wood, and he connects with a shot. The 57 goes through, and another one too, and he's dropping all the way down to low ground, and that will be the knock. And Peterbot also picks up one too, so this could be a full commit to high ground.
Not only that, the siphon comes in just in the nick of time there. Macwood had 10 HP, and it was going to be just enough. It seems like they might even get the pickup onto Bucky here. They have just enough time as Bucky is crawling his way in. This is going to come down to whether or not Peterbot can get the pull, and the zone favors them, and it seems like it is. It kind of doubles back the ships right over those bills, so they're going to have just enough time on the low ground. Jack, Acorn, and Slacks trying to fight their way to this victory royale here. They are looking like they're in a position to do it as well. There's only a few teams in the low ground that are as healthy as them, and they have the material count as well. Keep them on the number here for potentially winning right now.
This was going to be really important. A lot of these teams will have dropped so many of their materials at this point from just building, just keeping their way through, and they're looking healthy. Piggy goes down to the back of the zone, but look, Khanada's team is still in this as well, looking healthy too. But the team up on height, Macwood, Peterbot, and Bucky are just commanding the lobby, spraying down. They're keeping their distance to make sure that no team can get close to them at all. They have the AR ammo because they fought for this height, so this should be their win.
There's Elite Cold and Cease. I'm seeing Slem, Narwhal, and TK also alive right now. These are all teams that are just on fire right now as it stands. Cease is going to pop off here. 104, but no, gets shot from behind. It's up to Cold now to clutch it up here. He's got the legendary pump. This is the kind of firepower you want to do it. Into the box he goes. Almost misses the shot, but no. Lawrence gets put down really quickly there. He loses the wall. Now he's back into the storm line, but he's got the HP. He has the extra heals. This is a very, very risky play. They're giving away a potential win condition here just to stay alive inside the zone as a two-man team. Reese, I don't know if that's going to be the play right now.
Look on height. Bucky has managed to find additional heals, additional materials from their fight earlier on that have fallen down here, and I think I saw a med kit there, and I'm sure they had some already, but that's almost guaranteed victory royale if they play it right from up on the top. Right now they're sending Peterbot down below to start disrupting the heal offs of the players, as Macwood, I'm guessing, and Bucky right now are sitting way up on this ultimate high ground. Yes, it's Macwood up on top who's going to be the one healing off, but down on low ground the action's still kicking off.
Yeah, here it is. Slacks and Acorn two-man team up against Cold, who's still alive as well. Remember, he does have that legendary pump, but Acorn's got the epic to work with as well here. And look, he's going to set up the tick there. They're going to go for the double med kit right now, but the shots are coming from up above. That's going to disrupt his opportunity here. He's going to have to take the fight. There goes the pump shot that he missed. No, someone gets inside the box. He wasn't ready. Down he goes. It's actually Peterbot who steps all the way through. Slacks backs off, but Macwood is going to be the person who gets the final heal off there, and that means they're going to have enough, and your first win goes to Macwood, Bucky, and Peterbot.
That was one of the cleanest heights that we've seen in a reboot so far, the reboot round style game. D-Roller's team still in this on the low ground. Scope's team still in it too as a full trio. Dubs, Mega Rocane up above. I see Chap still in here too, but so is Furious, Vert, and Creo with 6 eliminations so far as well. And in the elimination feed, you're going to see Echo starting to pop off, but so is Rocane. So a lot of our top teams right now doing big work coming into the second moving zone.
Let's take a look here. Furious gets in the box. They're going to shut that player down. Just loot explodes everywhere. It seems like they have a nice 7 eliminations so far. Beautiful tag here for the backside. Oh, he gets brought straight to him. Thank you for the loot there as well. Extra heals all across the board there. Those are shields, though, not what you really need here in the end game. You're looking for white heals right now. Fish, flopper, anything to keep you alive here. Something that can unlock you a nice win condition. For the high ground trio, I mean, from what we saw inside their inventory, they have something to work with, but I don't know if they have everything. And I don't really hear the shot. I don't hear the pressure coming from high ground, so they must be low in ammunition. Desperation too.
Must be indeed. So we'll see how that plays out towards the end of the game. But right now, down on the low D-roller, Charlie and Spegu getting a little bit rusty as Spegu will be picked up here. And D-roller's now trading shots with the players down below. A full trio on his box to 40, not connecting as he wants, but no ammo in his gun, and he is also going to be picked up. So that's the full trio down. But on high ground, Nick and Lupian now going for the retake. Riftmul trying to spray it all out, trying to keep them down from the high ground. You can see the shots coming out. It drops, but Nick has managed to connect it at the same time. And how much ammo does Riftmul have? But Nick drops all the way down, and he's going to be knocked as well.
There it is, that fall damage. He took it there, and that might be honestly the nail in the coffin for all the trios that were up on height. Kid Crazy and company, we already knew they didn't have much to work with. Now it is fully confirmed he has 0 ammunition. It makes sense. It was so silent for a team on height. They just weren't active because they didn't have much. They were trying to buy themselves time. They were bluffing, and Rokane has bought into it. He's going to go on up, test the waters. Nothing's going to come from it. Kid Crazy is just trying to buy time here. Pray that no one actually contests height right now. The low ground teams are battling amongst themselves here. Dom and Aviv looking very good right now. Not bad at all, but they need a siphon. He needs a little more HP here. And Aviv, he's going to find one there inside the feed, or Dom does as well. And look at this. The lobby's just trying to cut down here.
Yeah, still on high ground. Crazy Kid with nothing almost. It would be incredible if he managed to pick up the victory royale here. Rokane in the back of the storm at the same time after picking middle mission, but he's gone up, and Crazy Kid just holding the charge as Rokane takes high ground from him at this moment, but the spray comes out. Dom and Aviv still in this as a duo. They've lost Dusky, but it doesn't matter because Crazy's in between, and the Strotch are going to have to start connecting, but no heals on Rokane. He's going to have to drop down.
Build.
He's going to have to do something. He's going down. He's got that purple pump.
Nice.
The shot comes out.
Nice.
He connects with another, but it's not enough. And Aviv's team will be able to pick up the victory royale in game number 1 of Heat 2.
It was so close, yet so...
Slacks, Acorn, and Jack down there, but on high ground, Donnie, Joji, and Knifer. Do I expect them to be able to keep it, maintain it from all the way out? I probably do not, because I see them, I think that's them building up on wood all the way up on top. So if a single team like Khanada's team, who's actually now, yes, started to climb their way up a little bit, notices that they're on wood, they could easily start to chop them out at the same time. The Storm Surge now starting to be active. Players going down. The Piggy Trio starting to lose, but on the low ground, Cease now has managed to lose Elite, but Kim and Cold are still up.
Super unfortunate because we saw how ahead they were for a second there. Now Cease, Cold, and Elite here is just gonna have to bounce back and figure it out. And look how much the cost of material for the rotate there, guys. He's down to 21 builds. That's just 200 mats. It's barely anything you can do with that. A couple more boxes and he'll be out. He'll have to get a split from the teammate or hop down to low ground and look for a fight. Up top though, you can hear the shots going down here. This is everyone desperate now to try and find their refreshes. This is where it starts to come through. Here's the harpoon. It's going to work out really well here. Into the box he goes. Doesn't hit the shot, but he slips on through. Is he going to connect? Pay close attention. It's going to be important for him now.
Yeah, but Agers still in this now on the full low ground. Not a position we're used to seeing them at all, but that's going to benefit with Khanada's incredible box fighting prowess as this zone starts to pull much closer towards into Coral Castle here as lots of the teams start dropping down. Joji's team now way up high in comparison to the rest of the lobby. You see Agers getting chunked down in a fight with D13, but Slap's going down. Agers now really weak at the same time as well, and all teams starting to be a mess down in low ground, but height is exactly the same as Knifer gets chopped down, connects back up, and he falls yet again, so the full spray starts to come on way from big teams up on height. Every single member of this team is in a mess as ammo falls down.
And Slem takes some serious damage as well. TK is going to take fall damage there too. So unfortunate. You think with all the water they'd be okay for the fall damage, but no sir. Not if there's nothing to land on. Agers and crew are going to find another one. DJ gets the siphon to stay up just alive a little longer. Khanada finds one as well, but no. He gets put down by Gold there on the other side, and Gold manages to clutch up on the low ground and completely wipe out DJ and Agers and Khanada alongside Zapoxy there. And all of a sudden now it's a 3v2, no, 1v3 situation. It's gotten even worse. It's looking like Donnie, Knifer, and Joji are punching their ticket to the finals here.
It doesn't look like they've got me mats. Let's not call it before it's over. Gold could still do the impossible. No, he can't. He's gonna go down, and the victory royale is gonna go to Knifer, Joji, and Donnie in game number 2.
Hey, listen, I commend still alive right now inside the mid game, but no, the full chop comes down. Sprite, Tahi, and Clix get brought down, but it's not enough. They do manage to reconnect here. And on the front side of the zone, it looks like XNB and Pose are also still alive here. Oliver OG is going to go down on the outside of the zone, and Chap's got the angle. Can he find a big shot here? But no, the pressure from up above is making it a little bit harder. They're going to have to move. Another team's on the layer, and they just get steamrolled. They let them guard down for 1 single second, and Loopy and Nick and company hop on in and shut that story down. NQ's is left to clutch by himself. Beautiful shot there onto Pose. He gets deleted, and oh, these are his builds. He still has a couple more plays here.
Yes, try and make his way out here. The incredible mechanics of Enku's, but will it be enough to get him straight back into zone? It won't, but he definitely secured his team enough ego points at that moment from absolutely destroying those opponents down below. Still on the high ground, Clix, Tahi, Sprite, but the launch pad starts to come out. We saw the player flying there. I'm not sure if he's going to go for the high ground play to land on, but Nick is chopping out the high ground. He's know it.
Wow.
But he connected with his own builds. He should edit them all the way down. And yes, but no, they've also connected to another power on high ground.
Barely connected.
Nick has still lost beef, and now Lupian has gone down as well. He's getting sprayed from up on high, and it seems like Sprite, Tahi, and Clix have this one on lockdown.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, listen, there's fragmented individuals down low. I don't even want to call them teams because they're really not at this point. I think everyone's a solo here. This is it. Clix and Cruz should be punching their ticket all the way through unless Glepo or someone just pulls up something ridiculous right now or finds some enormous amount of heals. I just don't see how we can mathematically put this together for anyone else. If you're a Clix fan, if you're a Sprite and Tahi fan, this is going to be a big moment of celebration, and you know they're going to be taking to social media any moment now. Take a look here, though, from Sprite's perspective, and oh, man, just a flawless game. Look at the loot here. This is how you want to get your victory out.
Sprite qualified last season from the reboot round. This could be a repeat of exactly what we saw from there. We could classify Sprite as the reboot champion right now, but still the eyes are on Glepo to see what he can do as all three players start to drop down. And of course, it's gonna be over. Clix, Sprite, and Tahi are gonna pick up the victory royale.
This is their game, though. This is the one that they should definitely end up taking home.
They're going for height. They're going all the way up for height. They need the surge. They're going to make the desperation play, go for the cranks, see if they can hit any pump shots at the same time. But Cease is at the same time going for it on that zone transition. So Cold and Cease are going to hold it with Elite up at the front. So for DJ's team, he's going to start healing. And I think they're still now not underneath the Storm Surge as soon as DCS. They're above the Storm Surge threshold from here on out. But barely any materials. That's been really of a rough retake for them. But he picks up Plague, who was the previous team who's managed to hold height. But Cease's team is spraying down, and Khanada drops all the way down to low ground, and I think he managed to stay in that one.
Unfortunately, DJen does go down there to Elite. Khanada had him with the back against the ropes there, but the backup from Cold and Cease come on down, and they just shut that whole story down. Almost the fairy tale execution for DJen, Aegis, and Khanada there. But what I'm more interested in is Cease and Crew, or not Cease, excuse me. The team that's contesting height right now, I think that could have been Slacks and company. Cease with a small misplay there is going to force him on down. He loses 40 HP, and then a big crack there. 120 comes in, and all of a sudden now he is down to 22 HP. This is not looking good. They had the high ground. They should have had everything else afterwards. It was actually Accepts a trio that came on up, and they managed to get away with it, but barely. The damage has been done.
Yeah, the HP so low on the team up on high ground. Down low, looking extremely healthy. Slacks, Acorn, Jack, full HP, but very low materials at the same time. Looking to see if they can harpoon something from the back of the storm, but the shot's starting to come onto the top of their bases now, and they're dwindling away at the materials. The chug splashes come through as well, so that's any of the heal off potential starting to also dwindle down too. But look up on high, Elite's been spread out, Cold's managed to land, but all three of the trio are still in this. You've got to think that their materials have to be very close to zero right now, especially if they're straight down to wood. But on the low ground, Mikey goes down.
Big shutdown right there. Slacks with the most crucial knocks here. Onto Fired as well, and Summer. And they just take out the whole trio on low ground. Quite possibly the biggest threat. They were the healthiest team in the game outside of the high ground squad, who is already very, very weak. Cold and Elite have managed to get their HP back up, though, so it's not looking too hot. As Noisy and Cost are there on the walls. They're going to need this siphon, but no, the damage comes through. They've done just enough, and the pressure is coming in from the outside factors here. Slacks are going to need to do a little bit more if you want to win this one here, buddy, because 2 builds is not enough here.
2 builds is not enough. It's now a 3v2. Slacks and Acorn on the low ground. Cease, Elite and Cold up above, starting to go through some of these old builds, so the teams down below are going to have to make sure they chop their way through to pick up this victory royale for them. And again, no materials at all. It seems like they're going to start to drop down, and Cold now taking the single tick so he can play the medkits. Yes, he's playing the medkit. Elite's team is dropping all the way down, but Cease is picked up in the storm. What does Acorn have at the back of the zone? Does he have the heal off? No, he's not going to have enough heal off, unfortunately, so they're going to become second in this game. But Cold, Cease and Elite, after a first 2 games that were really solid, finally pick up that victory royale in game number 3.
The story is just starting to crumble here before our eyes.
Classic case of over peaking up on height, managing to lose the game and clutch it from there on out. So we'll see what Yuz's team does as a duo later on. But for right now, on the low ground, Nyx, Bizzle and Panda absolutely stacked on weapons, but the rest not looking so good. 31 AR ammo, so they're going to need to figure out what they can do. Drop a player into their box potentially, but also being 200 below the storm surge damage. They need to be more aggressive than this, and they can't just spray. They don't have the ammo.
It's active right now. They do find some tags here. Was that going to be enough? No, they're still below here, guys. They're going to continue to take damage. They have to get inside one of these boxes and find some players right now, because they don't have time to stop and they don't have ammo to continue the follow-ups here. This is going to come down to it. Can they hit the massive pump shot? And they have to work as a team. This is like the team drill right here when it comes into full-on practice. Panda's going to go down. The Surge's going to take him out. Demon, please find someone. You got to open up this edit. You don't have much more time left. And no, it's not going to be enough. The clock's going to do the rest. He is out. Bizzle is now officially taken out as well. It's going to be So and Taco who reap the rewards on high ground. Slacks is up above.
Not these Slacks, the different Slacks has managed to hold the high ground so far, but the big spray is coming through. Baby Boss hopefully will not learn, well, hopefully will have learned from what chap happened to him and the huge spray that came out, not over peak, but potentially he may not from here on out. And another launchpad play starts to come out. Will they land on height? Will this be a psycho high ground play? Yes, it is. Baby Boss gets fully landed on so far. He doesn't want to go for the edit play, but he's going to pad himself. But it still seems to hold up, but it's Simple that's up there. He pads, lands straight back on it, but has Simple managed to hold it down? It seems like he may have, as Baby Boss is dropping down below.
Simple might be the player just literally playing the massive upsets of the day here. He's got high ground in his line of sights here, but no, he's gonna have to hop on down. He didn't have enough to actually hold it all out. Aperta, Spark G managed to get their way up to the top, but Doze and crew land right back on, and they say, no, we want high ground again. Another launchpad exchange here, and Doze is in the mix there. He's gonna go ahead and defend off the opponents, and I think the zone is actually doing the worst here. This is a nightmare of a mountain to play off of here. As Doze gets taken out, this 1v1 is gonna be the most important here for Baby Boss and their potential victory royale. He shuts down Polarized. There it is. That was the win that he needed there. That was the shot that he had to have connect there in order for him to win this. But Zunies is creeping here on the backside, and no, he gets shut down.
Free loot delivery for the team up on high ground so far, but down below, like you said, the zone has pressured everyone into a mess as it went up a hill, and so many teams have gone down. Beef and Lupian still in this. Bank Teller as a solo with barely any HP. Nico, Quanti, so many teams, but the only full team is still up on the high ground so far. They drop down. Beef goes down on the low ground. Shots exchange from Nico's team. Quanti in the zone. Nick trying to do what he can to take shots. Nico in the back with a medkit play at the same time, and he's playing pumps out, playing the angles. He hits the shot as well onto Quanti, picking up that elimination. He's getting the siphon from it. He needs to make a move. He has to get back into Storm. He's behind him.
way.
The 61 shot comes out. One tick. He's got 37 shield. That shot came from up above him, but now he must play it. He must play the right hand peaks the angles. The 26 comes out, but he's down, and unfortunately not going to win. It's going to be Slacks. And see what he can do as a solo, trying to pick up a victory royale against some of the best players in the NA East region who haven't managed to make it through to finals. Can be very difficult, in particular when you have the absolute stopping force of Agers, DJ and Khanada up on high ground. Still in this on the low ground, the full Piggy trio right now. Not a team that I would have expected as we start to go into this convergence zone, something that I've not seen the zone pull all the way through here yet. And they're getting into an engagement. They're hitting the chug splashes. They have 0 builds on Piggy's inventory right now, on Bread's inventory. They're gonna have to go for a spray down play to see if they can get someone into their box. They're going for it. The player gets down, but it seems like he's managed to get out.
Yeah, he falls out the backside here, and there it is. He's out of material completely. A beautiful white tag, and that's going to be the refreshers that they need, but players are falling in like fish in barrel. They're just catching them all, lighting them up here, and that's it. Oh my gosh, everything that they're going to need. Agers on the other side, though, Khanada is still up, but there is no degen inside this mix here. What has happened on height? Zypha and Crispy, Death has all gone on up, and all of a sudden what looked like a free victory royale is crumbling here before our eyes. I think Khanada might have also fallen there, by the way, on his exit on the way down. Yes, he did.
Death was the one who picked him up. Right now, Minish is going up for high ground at the same time. Zypha traded tags. Players coming left, right, and center.
What?
Up at the backside of the zone using the floppers. But Minish just going to go down too. So left on height is the assault trio, but it's all chopped out too. So Zemo's team is now up there with DeQuented and Spexy at the same time. What a crazy height exchange, but still, they should be in the best position to win this. Death still in this on the low ground too, but down below, the Piggy team still in it.
At this point, I'm rooting for Bread right here in his trio because they've had quite an interesting battle all the way through, and now they're the sole low ground team here. They caught the refreshers that they need. Zapoxy with a deadly error there. He falls down, takes a little bit of damage. Have to be careful. Do they have the heal off potential up top? This is a good old-fashioned 3v3 situation for the reboot round clutch up here, but no, the Piggy trio down low is going to get shot, and he got some good tags here. Zemo is lit up. Can they win this? Ooh, beautiful tag there. Great one in the follow-up, and Zemo is going to connect all the way through there in the final moments. Here, who's on high ground? Is a new team on height. Ketsui fighting back for it with Virus here. They're kind of slide their way on through. Magnolia's up there as well. There's a couple teams. It's all brawl up there. Scope, Blake, and Crew trying to take a look in between as well. It's not looking too hot. Here's that fresh eyes onto Rokane, who's now starting to slide his way on up. 500 above, found a weak point inside the structural builds here, trying to see if they can disconnect it in full. It looks like they actually can. They can just get that metal structure there because the wood on the left was going down.
Seem to be chopping out yet again. Another height play chopped out. No surprise, but for Rokane, look at the materials. Like, they have a winning inventory right now. They can easily take this out, especially I think the height team's being sprayed by that surge. They go down, and it's Blake's team who seems to be the one who's chopping them, but Jay's is up there too. Remember, he was a duo earlier on, and the height just seems like a complete mess. If any team gets in the front side of the zone now, they can easily claim a free high ground because no one has situated themselves up there at the back of the zone. Blake, Magnolia still in this duo. They've lost scope, still got the cabbages in the inventory as always. They're dropping all the way down to low ground. They want nothing to do with high ground.
This is impressive though. They're fighting all the way through here at the end. Oh no, not looking too hot. Great tag there though, but it's not going to be enough. You need those siphons. Nick, Lupian, and Beef managed to end up on high ground. Second height to Mega Dubs and Rokane will do the full chop down. This could be their chance here, Reese. It could all come down. Nick's got no HP up top on the low ground. Couch is trying to fight for his life here as well. And it seems like they've got themselves pretty situated here for this endgame.
Yeah, down on low ground. This is the first time they've managed to actually win off spawn or get away off spawn, and it seems like they've managed to put themselves in a good position to win. 13's team still in this, but up on high ground, Dusky, Quanti, and Nani have managed to take it over on that second height. Mega Dubs, Rokane still in this. They're looking to spray out. They're looking up. They know that they need to be able to win the high ground if they need to win the entire game. So they're keeping their focus up above, but it's going back through the old builds. It's so rough to be able to figure out what they can do in this position, but Calc's team alongside Looter and Banktail are still in that great spot down below. A bunch of eliminations, 7 in total to their name. The heals coming through strong, and it seems like they're going to start prepping for potential medkit play. But because this zone is kept moving back and forward, there is so many teams who are still up. Still 10 teams remaining at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. On high ground, another exchange of hands here. Quanti and Crew have managed to end up on top. Dubs, Mega, and Rokane are still in this game, though. They've been holding out the second height here. They've had so much material up until this point that I'm assuming they're starting to run out now. Yes, there it is. They are starting to run out here. He's going to take damage on the way down. Luckily, it's not going to be too much, but the edit comes through, and Dubs is starting to really crumble under the pressure here. His entire team's taking so much damage. They went for the run play instead of sticking it out and trying to fight that trio on that layer. Will that be the mistake of a lifetime here? We'll find out shortly as the shots are coming in, but no, still no siphon there. It is. Rokane does manage to get one, and there's a little bit more loot now to stay in the game. There's 13 players up.
Yeah, 13 players still left in this. Quantity's team still holding the high ground up above. Glepo's team below on the full low ground. Calix team still there, picking up another elimination. 2 Simple's team still up in the mid ground too. And now for Calix team, they're going to have to do what they can do to spray claim up ahead. The teams up above them have claimed that position up instead. So for them, it's time for them, but they're just straight down to wood. 10 eliminations to their name playing that low ground. But can they actually win the game? That's what matters. That's the only thing that matters. These eliminations mean nothing.
Calix tries to go out to the side there. He's going to go down and deny the elims. Wait, if Doves can slide down at the right time, but no, he couldn't get it in time. Instead, there's a heal off up top. Swallowed up into the void. He is out of the game here. Zlem does have plenty of heals to work with, though. Where's his teammate? He's up above. He's got to get up there. A couple layer changes there. On the front side, his own Degen is in front right now.
They're in front. They're in the position to take it. The pads start to come out, and this is going to be a triple pad onto height. No, it's not. It's going to be playing for that second height. Tieko's team still holding it with gold and crackly. We've seen some good success from them so far today, but not anything that's obviously put them in the position to win a game like they are right now. Overall, they've had some good performance, and they did have a second in game number 2, but not obviously picking up the victory royale. Can they change that luck around right now as they're getting sprayed out? No surprise. We've seen this every single game.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone seems to start to look up now and start to see, hey, can we go for height? How much material do we have? Is it even possible? I'm actually surprised Narwhal and Zlem didn't continue to play that mid-ground position there and go for it. Khanada on the other side also as a duo right now, just trying to see if they can find all the elims that they can use here to just bounce back into things. Now, he does manage to find a bunch of loot there, so he's got the material to work with, and this is starting to really dwindle down. He's going to take over the tarping here. Beautifully done here, leading the outskirts, and now he's at the front side of the zone.
Yeah, just let Degen do that. He's got the firepower, the gold pump at the back of the storm. He would be easily able to pick up some eliminations, but up on high ground, Crackly's team still getting shot and chopped down, but they're managed to maintain it. I don't think they have any builds at all, so some other team must take advantage of this. They must go up and try to claim the height. Someone has to understand that that is free, but for Zlat's team down on the low ground, 2 builds left to their name so far, playing and prepping for the heal off split and all to one player. This could be critical refresh onto Pub, and he manages to get it, but how many materials did they get? Did they get enough to keep them moving? Tieko's team does have some materials up on the high ground, but will it be enough to win the whole game out?
There it is. They jump down. He manages to find a little refresh, and now they're back in the mix of things. Lem is going to get taken out there, so down he goes. I'm watching Zypha up. Degen still alive with Khanada working the outskirts here. There's anyone's game right now, especially since high ground is not necessarily fully kitted out right now. The second height team of Crispy and Zypha are looking up. The pressure's not coming down, so they're probably thinking about it here. For E13 on the other side, out of the sludgy swamps, what can they do right now? 5 floppers to work with. He's going to eat one, but no, eats a pump as well. That's going to be a little too much. Something he did not order there, unfortunately, is going to shut him down. And he's thinking to himself right now, man, I got to get the floppers off his body. This is why he's trying to reveal them. Oh my, yes, there it is. He's going to double back into the storm. Not enough time. Too greedy. Oh no.
The Arceus is going back into the storm as well to try and pick up those floppers. I think he has some form of heals that he's going to be able to use. If not, he's just going to go down the storm. He does go down the storm on the low ground with no floppers. Didn't manage to pick them up. The second height Khanada's team is still in here. This is a 3v3 on low ground, but with a duo in the middle. It's Khanada and Degens. This is the furthest they've made it into a game so far. Crackly now drops down. He's the harpoon.
Got him at
straight down. Tieko goes down. Crackly goes down. Gold left as a solo up on high ground. Bryce's team now picks up that finish too. 30 HP, 20 HP. It's ticking down. Will Khanada be able to win this? Does he have the heal off to be able to win this? No! He goes down, and it's going to be Cam's team who picks up that victory in game number 5.
Man. And this is it. They're trying to hit the rotate here. Zone 6 is in front of them. They're so far ahead of the surge. They're not going to have to worry about this. That was a great edit here. Catch the player. 147. That's a knock. Charlie's going to leave him, though. He's out of there. He's content with that. Onto Ved. I do wonder, though, would have been worth it to fight for the refresher there. That was a great, great tag that he caught.
Potentially spraying down using the harpoon would have been good, but the other teams opened up the roof up above them, and Charlie's gotten chunked. You can see he's got no shields in the inventory, so yeah, again, having to drain on the heals that they have there. D-Rollers teams at the front of the side of the zone, and that low, the zone's going to keep pulling the same distance, and they're going to get way far ahead. Up on high ground, Scope, Blake, and Magnolia now managing to claim the full height. Let's see if they can maintain it. I've seen some poor awareness from them in previous weeks in the qualifiers and yesterday indeed as well. So from them, we've got to be able to see, can they manage to maintain it? Can they keep aware? Can they find where all of the contention is coming from and inevitably hold the high ground?
Gotta be careful, though. They were just focusing in on Dubs, Mega, and Rokane's layer right there, who's just down below. A player's gonna launch pad up. We're just talking about it. And from the peripheral, it doesn't seem like they caught it in full. Jay's manages to touchdown, get all the way out. He puts down scope. It's all over for him. Magnolia and Blake now battling it from the side there, but Tabs got his eyes on the fight as well. His angle was good. He shuts down Blake. Everything comes falling down. Magnolia 2, and it's over. Two trios get completely crossed out of the competition. Oliver, OG, Sicko, and Chip managed to be the better of the trios here to recognize the battle going on, but it's not over yet. Dubs, Mega, and Rokane also have eyes on the fight there.
Yep, Charlie's team still up in the low ground down below. They have enough heals to keep themselves moving so far. The material's draining away. I want to see what's going on up on the high ground. There we go. Mega, Dubs, and Rokane still in this. They may be able to spray out the high ground team and claim it for themselves. We are yet to see them go up, but no, they drop fully front low ground to try and claim that instead, which they're in the commanding position to do so for now on out. But that leaves the high ground team even more freedom to just start spraying down to the lobby below. We need to see Dubs, Mega, Rokane stay as a full trio. There are so many full trios still left. Oliver, OG's one. We see D-Rollers one and them at the same time.
And Charlie's still up too, and you know how good he can be, and there it is, another great shot here. Charlie is just commanding the low ground right now, puts down a Persa, runs in for the material to loot as well, comes back out, eats another shot. Speckle is down though, Rokane's down, Mega's falling into the zone here, trying to stay alive, and Dubs gets found out too. It's up to Mega right now to really clutch up, but the shots are coming in from high ground. High ground is just a little too strong here, and D-Roller doesn't even know who to focus on. He knows Mega's on the backside, but there's a full trio up above. If they don't work together, it's going to spell disaster. It will pretty much be wraps for this team here. And it looks like Oliver, OG, Chip, and Sicko might be punching some of their first positions into an FNCS finals.
Unless Mega had what seemed like a 1 minute of heals in the back of Storm, it was never going to work out for him right now. But for Sicko up on high ground, they just need to make any shots connect. There it is. It comes through. Oliver, OG, Chip, and Sicko are going to go through to the reboot round or the finals. I'm putting them back in where they already are to the finals right here. Endgame number 5.
This is what we've been wanting to see from them. Play this second hike, take it through to the end game, and just use that firepower, the mechanical skill from Khanada to really ice the cake right now and bring this home. This high ground team does not have a lot of medium ammunition, and not to mention they burned a ton of material just trying to play their own individual layers, which can be good and bad for its own different positions. Jack, Acorn, and Slacks are still up right now, getting active here. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Game 6, last opportunity of heat number 1 to bring home a victory royale. Pressure is on the backs of all of our competitors right now.
And they're at the back of the zone as well. The pressure's doubled, intensifying here because there's a lot of players going to be in front of them. They're going through old tarps they don't know the condition of, but it looks like they were going to go for some shots on the players that were in there. They may jump straight to the box. Yes, they are, but now they've got none of these builds, none of these edits. They have to be super safe, and they've managed to pick up an elimination from this. They get the refresh in the moving zones, but again, look how many players are around them. We cannot see Acorn, Slash, and Jack go down. Jack gets picked up. He goes down at the backside of the zone here, but Acorn and Slack's now left as a duo.
They're still rocking this right here. They still have the manpower. Actually, I think Jack managed to get up.
Yeah,
he actually healed up. He caught a siphon there at the very end to stay in the round. So it's not over just yet. High ground firepower is coming in like crazy, though. Is that Khanada, DJ, and Angels? No, it's not. They've managed to come down, too. They forced their way into these other layers. Here it is. He's looking for the replacement wall. He got a full trio in front of him. Angels grabs the wall. The pre-edit was there, and they've been using that play ever since we've watched them found success with it and set it up. Can this be what they need? Yes, it is. And Khanada's just walking right through. He's got the full gas tank here. A little bit more material, but they have to share it. They need to get a split going here. That's not a full refresh. Not just yet.
The Khanada's only got 6 builds to his name. Height, completely a mess again. Death, yet again, disrespecting the high ground, disrupting it, changing everything all the way around. So Nerf is now up as a solo up on high ground. Zypher right below him, but almost no HP to him. He's trying to chop out the height, and Agers now
they're gonna do it.
High ground. Agers at the front of the zone, trying to see there's only a solo up there. This could be the dream. 2 second places for Khanada, Agers, and DJ so far. This could be the game that they win.
They don't have mats, though. Khanada does not have material. DJ and Agers barely have anything as well. And this is it. They have a little bit of high ground, a slither of a foundation. The med kit is down as well. That's an opportunity there to play for the heal off. But look at this. Amongst all the chaos and focus, they're not even stopping to go back and go for it. They're putting all the firepower on the table. Have DJ, Aegis, and Khanada done enough? All they have to do, what separates them, is 2 more eliminations now, Reese.
The Keys are in the back of the zone. He's playing the heal off. It doesn't matter. They don't know how many cabbages this team has. They're jumping straight to the box.
Nice.
That's the second elimination of the Slam, and they're going to qualify in the final game. DJ and Khanada and Aegis are going to make it through to the finals.
Of course, Khanada makes it all the way. He needs to be there. His reputation.
Man, the time is ticking at this moment. If they go down here, this is their FNCS over, and they're connected the shot to Mara. Now they're 13 above. But can they pick up any eliminations from this?
I mean, they're going to have to right now. They're going to have to find something here. Not just for the tags, but for the refresher. Make sure they get those loots. Find a win condition here. They do have 2 floppers. They're going to head on up. Rokan on the other side, no, has lost Dubs and Mega. This might just be it, and he is actually below the surge here. He's going to have to dig into the big heals. 9 players have to go down, Reese, as well. Calc is gonna fall there somehow, some way. So Calc, or it's actually Calc who found Dubs there, and then it goes back and forth.
Down on height.
Oh no.
That's what's the most important right now. Rokan in the back of the storm, gonna hit the pad and try to get to the front side of the zone. Chat fully finished at this point. Bully goes down, so we know the height has been completely disrupted. Who is up there? It's Crazy Kid still, but Enkus and Yuz still holding it too. Riftmull looking to be a team.
Well, they gave it up
and go up for that. They did. Only one half of the trio seemed to give it up. Yuz landed straight back on up there, but Riftmull's full trio goes to the crank, and it seems like they're the team who's held it, but Yuz could be there to disrupt them up on the height.
How did they know?
Shots from above. Remember the amount of heals he has. Remember how many heals he has. He has all the chug splashes, all the floppers, but he chops him out. No, he drops him all the way down below and picks up that elimination.
That could be enough, though, to allow the other teams to start looking up, because Nick, Lupian, and crew were just starting to retarget height for a second there. He managed to find some tags, but it's not going to be enough at this moment to make the full decision here. But already, a deadly exchange on height there, and Chap's trio is now officially out. Big trio still in the game, though. X and B down low. D-Roller still in this game right here. And, of course, Lupian's trio on the mid-ground. High ground does get recontested. Nico goes up. He finds one of the 3. Crazy Kid gets shut down. And Nico is now looking to continue to disrupt this team. Can he get a full 1v3? He finds another one there, too. Nico, what are you doing? He's throwing their game away. And Ripple has to completely forgive height. He's got to give it all the way up here. And that's it. His team's shut down.
Yeah, he's shut down. He drops down the low ground. He's got a couple heals that he can play here to keep himself going, but will it be enough to get the victory? Royale, Scope's team also down. Somehow, Nico, as a solo, has managed to fully claim on height, but Scope's team all so weak. One shot will take it down, but it's a 106 up onto the player on high ground so far. To Nico, Scope's trying to Magnus go through the builds, but he's only got a single build left to his name. The spray starts to come out from up above, and what crazy mess this is. This is leaving it wide open for teams down below.
Oh my god.
Them out, and Scope goes down, so does Magnolia.
Nico took them down, by the way. That was his doing there. He did manage to find a couple tags. I think he gets the full siphon as well now as the finish comes in. So Nico is still alive. He's still in it. He grabs the loot as well. It's going to be a 1v1 on his way to the top there. D-Roller and Charlie are also still up right now. Charlie just barely manages to get in. There goes the chug splash to come through. Spackle falls just in the layer below them. They're going to commit together. Into the box he goes. Charlie has to clutch up here. And no, he's still in it.
Beef and Lupian still in this. Up above, D-Roller takes a shot back. This seems like the only full trio still left in this is Beef, Nick, and Lupian. The full box comes out, and the beautiful shots going to Blake. He's going to go down. Beef's definitely putting that in the Twitter clip 100%. He's going to go back to the storm and basically taking it.
They do it.
Be Lupian, Beef, and Nick who pick up the victory royale in the final game. I'm not going to point out that Lupian had no eliminations, but maybe I will in that final moment to qualify them through to the finals. They had such
DJ and Aegis Khanada, they barely make it in right in that final game out of heat number 1. But then I'm thinking back.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the games there as well. Cam in game 5 taking out Khanada in the final part of the game. Khanada then comes through in game 6. Amazing to see. We also have, obviously, Heat 2 as well. Some of the teams there have been fantastic going through. You can see Aviv